Hello and welcome everyone back to Botany Manor. We're back on Botany Manor. We started this game, I think this is our third session. This is our third session. We started it a couple of weeks ago, but we've just been doing one session at a time. And I've really enjoyed this. This has been a very chill little game. Puzzles have been satisfying, but not too over the top. I feel like we're getting sort of to the pointy end of the game because it's not an especially long game. I think it's maybe like a 4 or 5 hour game while streaming it. I'm just going to have a sip of water. I've just come straight off of another stream. A little bit of hydration does not go astray. All right, lovely. So the whole concept of this game is we find some mysterious seeds and then we go through this manor in the garden to find some clues to let us know how to grow these very exotic and interesting plants. So we're at the point where we've unlocked a lot of the manor now. We've unlocked a lot of doors and we got given a lot of information last time all at once, which was actually a little bit... it was a little bit overwhelming getting that much information all in one go. Now, it looks like I've already picked up... Looks like I've picked up a pot and put it somewhere already. So we're just going to take a second to figure out where we've placed that plant. So one of the plants needs to go in the bathtub. And it looks like we're going to fill it with water. And I think we need to add something to the water to make the plant grow. But we need to actually find another little planting station so that I can get that done. Now, I also have one upstairs. I planted something and I put it upstairs. And I think the idea... I don't know. We found one here. A plant is supposed to go up here and there's something we're going to have to ring in a certain order to get that one to grow. But we also had another plant that I put... in a room that had all of these different lights that you could shine to create the illusion of a sunset. This would be the one. This is it. So this one here, this is called Nightfall. And we've watered it and we've prepared the seed, but we haven't figured out what order of slides to run to make it grow. So we have a few clues in my little book. So in my Nightfall clues, we found some sunset paintings in the library and they all had different dates on them, but we didn't know which date was going to be relevant. Now, other than that, I don't know if we have any other clues that are going to be relevant to this right now. So... maybe moth calendar, moth poster, side of plants. I wonder if we should go and have a look at those sunset paintings again. Now that's in the library. So we found those paintings before we had any context as to what they were actually for. Now the library is, I think that's downstairs, is it? Let's have a quick look. Hang on. This is where we came from, right? Then there's a landing. There's this area here that goes up to the attic. Then there's a landing, which we unlocked. And the library. This is the library hall. Lovely. So I think it's in here somewhere. There it is. There it is. So here's all of the paintings with all of those different colors. So sunset 1st of May, 22nd, 8th of July, 14th of October, 29th of April. Obviously, there's got to be some reference to these dates so that we know which sequence of colors to choose. So it's quite specific. So what's this here? I've been trying to encourage the nightfall to bloom for a little while now. I'm determined to prove it's more than just a myth. The flower opens at sunset and only during a particular time of year. That's what the paintings suggest. When exactly that occurs still remains a mystery to me. I'll plant a few more seedlings tomorrow and continue my research. So, that's Grandma's research book. So how would we know when? What is this one saying? This is saying... no, that's not talking about what we're looking at right now. So what else have we seen in my little clue book? There's a fairy painting in the corridor, and there was a fairy story as well, but they didn't have any reference to dates on them, which made it kind of difficult. And that makes me feel like maybe we've missed a clue somewhere. Now, in our travels, we need to keep an eye out for another planting station as well. So this book is about mushrooms, and we've already completed the mushroom puzzle. And these eggs, that's to do with an existing puzzle as well. But we need to actually plant the seed first. So let's try and find how we can work this out. What do we have down here? That's the tree that we sorted out. So these are the clues that aren't matched to anything. It's not going to be anything to do with moths or the side of plants, I don't think. Weed removal, petition, river poster. I kind of feel like we might have all of the clues that we would need here. Actually, nursery rhyme in the orchard. What if it's anything to do with that? Nursery rhyme in the orchard. We've also got... Maybe we should go find that fairy painting. Fairy painting in the corridor and the master bedroom. Now, where was that exactly? Corridor and the master bedroom. I think we have to go back up. This house is so big and we don't have a map, so it's a bit of a wild time. This is the corridor. This is the fairy painting. So there's a story about a trapped fairy getting stuck inside a flower, which we assume is the nightfall flower. What's this one say here? I saw something blooming in the water. That's going to be for a different plant that we haven't done yet. Trapped moths. That would be for something else as well. And then we're going to have... I wonder if there's a clue up here that talks about sunsets. What's this say? This is talking about trying to find me a husband. I don't think that's anything to do with what we're doing right now. And then we've got... What have we got here? It's like a little background information. It's not to do with our problem. How are we supposed to know what date it is? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 7 different colors. I wonder if there's something that's sort of similar about them, where we could just try a couple of different things. What's this talking about here? It's talking about getting the right colors for flowers to bloom, which we already know about, but we just need to know what color sequence to choose. So let's try and find the fairy story. It said that that was in the master bedroom. The master bedroom should be near this, surely. Or maybe, was it? I think it was. Let's have a little look. That's the attic. No, I think the master bedroom might actually be down a level. That's the library hall. Who could live in a house this big? Like, you would literally get lost in your own house. It's wild. Master bedroom. I haven't played this for a week. That's the trouble. Hello, Jake. What's going on? How was your Tuesday today? I'm trying to find my I'm trying to find my bearings a bit from where I left this last week. It's been a whole week already since we played it. Oh, I think we might be onto something. No, that's the living room and the lounge room. So where is the bloody master bedroom? It must be upstairs. It would have to be. I might have another gander at that library as well while we're here and just see if there's anything we can't work out from the pictures that we can see. So, is there anything similar about most of them? Not really. They literally have mixed all the colors up completely. So there's definitely a very solid clue that's going to give us a date. Otherwise, we're not going to know which sequence of colors to do. I wonder if we're supposed to do like 2 different plants at the same time and maybe it'll just like slowly reveal itself. Yeah, chaotic weekends, an even more chaotic week, just keeping afloat. Oh my God. I've felt very much that way since the week has started, although luckily I haven't had a sore throat as well. That doesn't sound fun on top of everything else. But yeah, it's this constant feeling of there's just so much to do and the day just runs out. The day runs out and you just feel like you're only just keeping yourself above water. And whilst like I don't mind being busy, that's fine. I don't like feeling like life is just sort of like taking a hold of me. And like I just feel behind all the time. But I feel like everybody that I've spoken to this week has kind of said like something similar. Isn't that funny? I think we're all just working too hard, quite frankly. The audacity of us. Where's the bloody master bedroom? I found it. I found it. It's the other end of the hallway. Lovely. So where's the story about the fairy? All right. So it says it's a folk tale. It's talking about day turning into nights. And it's talking about as dawn. So we're trying to get it to bloom. So Nyx placed the fairy into a nightfall and cast a spell on her. She fell in love with the moon and gazed upon the sky all night. As dawn approached, the spell broke, and the flower bud closed and trapped the fairy for eternity. So it has to be sunset. So I suppose some of those pictures might not have colors in an order that makes sense. I think it is that time of year. It is. I think I'm going to want a big old holiday when I get to the other side of it, to be honest. I can see that being a thing. All right, what we'll do... let's have a go. Let's have a go at this plant. Because we haven't even found another pot that I can put together. Unless I go down to a different potting station. I wonder if it lets you do... Oh, no, hang on, wait. Can we grab a pot from the bottom? Yeah, I think we can. It's not just one per thing, so that's fine. So it's the nightfall we're trying to work out right now. But we also have a cradle fern. And I don't think I have put that in a pot yet. So the cradle fern is this green one. But it doesn't seem to want to let me... I have to do the soil first, do I? Before you can take one out. Okay, so that's the cradle fern. Put a bit of water in there. Let's just get a couple going so we can figure out maybe multiple things at the same time. So this one is something to do with being on the riverbank. And it's something to do with birds as well. So this is the one that's going to go upstairs because there's something that talks about melodies and bird calls. So I think that's what's going to make this grow. This one can go up into the attic. We're going to place it here and we're going to try and figure out the order. Because these all make like different sounds. Then we have this bird call book here. It's talking about all these different birds and all the different orders that you could play them in. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10 different birds. Now we also have, there's a fern painting in the corridor and it has a picture of a fern with some birds' eggs in it from memory. This one. There's 3 blue, like, spotted eggs. We also found some eggs in one of these rooms earlier. I don't think it was up in the attic. Where did we find the eggs? It was nearby. It was in a nearby room. And there was like a whole bunch of... there was a whole bunch of stuff in the room. Now, where was it? It's not here, so it can't be on this whole landing. I wonder if it was on the other side. We looked at it just before. I just can't... Oh, here it is. Here it is. So if we look at all of these eggs, it's the crested owl is the egg that looks like the one in the picture. So based on that, we're going to assume that the sound of the crested owl will make this bloom. Oh, they're not coming through? Have you said something since literally it's that time of year? Although I feel like that happens when you're on TikTok sometimes as well. You said something on TikTok a few times and it didn't quite make sense. And I was like, oh, I feel like some of your messages haven't come through. I think it's a bit of an issue, to be honest, with any of these types of streams sometimes where you're watching them on mobile. And I don't think that they always make it to the chat box, which is kind of stupid. The crested owl, if we do ECD, EGF. ECD, EGF. Oh, I didn't think it worked at first. It did. Oh, it did. Lovely. So that is our cradle fern. Done. Done and done, just like that. That was a nice straightforward one, actually. Cradle fern is used by the crested owl as a nest, and in turn the plant has grown dependent on the owl's chime-like call to grow. Now we have a brook chalice as well. So, are we on chapter 4 still? Oh, we're still on chapter 4. Okay, so these are all the chapter 4 clues. Alright, so let's plant a little brook chalice. I think that's the one that needs to go in the bathtub. I'm pretty sure. We'll grab a little pot. This feels like such a change of pace right now after playing Lies of P. I got so annoyed with that game tonight. A brook chalice and a bit of water. And then we'll take this to the bath. Because I think the whole idea is that we simulate a plant that grows in or next to a riverbed. So we'll pop that in here. Then, in my little book, we have found a few clues. Now, one of them was, I think it was to do with weeds. There's a letter about weeds in the corridor. And I think it's this letter on there's a letter on the chair somewhere. Or is it here? A letter about weeds. I don't think that's the one. That's not the one. River swimming. Enjoy the swimming this summer. We've cleared the most popular rivers of all aquatic weeds. Okay, that's not really telling us too much. And then we've got health and safety warning. The factory of Barton Ironworks has been illegally dumping scrap metal in rivers across Somerset. So the rivers are now polluted with rust, making them unsafe for swimming. So I think we need to assume that if we put rust into the bathtub, it's actually going to make this plant grow. And we saw this rusty, there's a rusty pig statue that I think we can put in there. You're up in the bush this weekend. You just need to hibernate. Oh no. So you've like committed to a, like a bush road trip / camp thing. And now that it's come up to it, you're sort of feeling like you sort of wish you weren't doing it. Be so cold, actually. Like, it's freezing at the moment as well. So these are all the rivers of Somerset. And this is going to tell us what temperature we're going to be putting in the bath, I think. Now, what river did that say it was over here? Did that have a river name on it when it was talking about the rust? Don't swim in the River Cam, the River Summer, or the River Chew. The River Cam, Summer, and Chew. 5 degrees. 15 degrees. The Chew River isn't even on there. They really want you to go and you just can't say no. Oh, you're just too popular. That's the trouble. You're too popular. It's very awkward, isn't it, when you're so well loved by everybody? What are you going to do? I get it though. Like sometimes you just don't want to like do anything or see anyone. Every now and again, not every weekend, but some weekends it feels that way. I think we need to go up into the attic so I can get that little rusty pig thing. Yes, I have a very busy weekend actually. I think I'm going to be out on Friday night, Saturday morning, and Sunday afternoon at this point. So I'm not going to be home very much. There's a whole bunch of stuff planned. So the weekend that's just been, I deliberately tried to make it a little bit quiet because I'm barely going to be sort of chilling at home this weekend. So hopefully the weather's going to be good. I hope so. Because a lot of this, well, all of the stuff is outdoorsy events and whatnot. So I hope it's going to be nice. We're going to pop a little rusty pig in the bath. Then what happens if we fill it? Like, how far does it fill? You don't want to fill it all the way, surely. Maybe we do. So now the water's rusty. Can we adjust the temperature? Yes, we can. So maybe we can just select one of the temperatures that was on that that river guide, that one that's mentioned on here as well. So River Cam, River Summer, or River Chew. River Summer. River Summer. 15 degrees. River Cam 5. I wonder why they're both so different. Let's try 5 and 15 and see what happens. 5 and 15. Hopefully you don't have to meet it somewhere in the middle. So we'll take it all the way down to 5. Oh, we probably need to... Yeah, we're going to have to actually put that water in at that temp. Yeah, I don't mind it if it's sunny. It's nice. I don't mind it being cold during the day if it's sunny. But the last couple of nights have been so cold that, you know, like you wake up in the morning and the window is like wet on the inside because it got so cold outside. It's been wild. It's just because it's so clear. We're having this unbelievably clear, dry autumn weather. And because of that, the nights are clear and it's just getting so freaking cold. We're going to try 15 degrees. It's got to be one of them, surely. Well, neither of those is right. So, the brook chalice. Is that the last plant that we have to do in here? Or could it be to do... Maybe, what if it's not the brook chalice? What if it's a different seed? That could be why, actually. Sometimes I think, especially if you've like... If your room gets cold at night, and you're breathing in that really cold air all night, you can wake up with a really weird throat. Oh, here we go. This is definitely the one. We're specialized in removing the following weeds. Brook chalice. So that is definitely the water plants. So we've got that right. Now they're talking about regulating hunting near the river. That's fine. This one's talking about the ferry and the sunsets, and this one's talking about something that's not relevant to what we're looking at right now. There's a little bit of story mixed in as well. So not everything is a clue. Some things are just like telling you a little bit about the backstory of the character that you're playing as. Oh, there's compost as well. Well, we can't use it though, can we? So, all right. How am I supposed to know what bloody temperature to use then? Illegally dumping scrap metal. They're polluted with rust. Don't swim in those ones. The river oh, hang on. Sorry. The river Frome was also affected by the waste, but it's completely clear of rust. I think it's the Frome River. I think it's supposed to distract you by underlining the other things. Arm was, but I haven't seen Lorelei or Julia tonight. Everyone's busy tonight, it seems. 25 degrees we need to do. That happens sometimes. You go through, like, sometimes you'll have a stream where it feels like everyone that's usually there is not there all at the same time. And those are the ones where you think, maybe I'll just check and make sure I'm actually live. Because if you weren't talking, I probably would have checked. Checked my YouTube. Am I actually on? Okay, 25 degrees. 25 degrees. That should do it. Oh, beautiful. Kind of makes you feel like having a bath. Oh, we're back in business. I really wanted to finish this game, though. So, oh, look, it grows across the whole bath. Wow, got an achievement for that one. I'm still experimenting a little bit with the YouTube verticals. I find that every platform has certain games that work better on them and maybe like suit the audience better. YouTube's a bit of an interesting one because there's such a large group of people that use it. So I haven't fully worked it out. I'm being very experimental with what I play on here, but I wanted to finish this game because I've really enjoyed it. And it also saves like the videos afterwards. So I thought, well, it'd be nice to have the whole game sort of captured in videos as well. So the nightfall is what's holding us back from completing this chapter. Maybe we should just put some of these... Oh, do you think it's something to do with the trapped moths? Because the trapped fairy. And the moth calendar. Yes! I thought that all that moth stuff was to do with the different plants, but no. I think the moths are going to give us an idea of when the sunset happens at certain times. Ah, let's have a little look. So I saw over here, there's all these moths of England, and there's all different varieties, 18 of them, actually. And then we have this moth spotting calendar with all these different months. And that tells you what kind of moths to expect at that time. So, let's assume, hang on, let's assume that this night one, that we have the moths poster and the moth calendar, and maybe also trapped moths. That's up in the attic. Let's have a little look at that as well. What's up here? It's all starting to come together now. Trapped moths in the attic. Was that something that I read about? Or no? Trapped moths. Is it a duck? What's the duck for? Seems a bit random. I don't remember reading anything about a trapped moth. What the hell's that supposed to be? That's what it says though, doesn't it? Trapped moths in the attic. Unless the attic also means this lower part here. So is there something else? Oh, what's this? Here we go. Gardening curiosities. So it's talking about a moth becoming trapped inside a flower bud if it closes in the morning. Right, so some flowers only bloom for short periods during the year. If the moth is unlucky, the flower bud won't open again until many months later. You'd be spewing. Right. Okay, so based on this. Based on that and the fairy picture over here, should we look at the wings on the fairy? It's red on the top and brown and white. Sorry, red on the bottom and brown and white on the top. Yep, look. Garden tiger moth. So the garden tiger moth comes out in September. Is it only September? September. I actually feel like we're getting quite smart here. September. So then we need to go and find those paintings. And one of the paintings should reference September. And then we can see whatever the sunset pattern is for those, hopefully. I hope I'm right here because I'm getting excited. May, July, October, April, August, September. Oh, yeah. So I reckon we need to put these colors in that thing upstairs. Blue, yellow, orange, red. Blue, yellow, orange, and red. Okay. Blue, yellow, orange, red. Take these ones out. I think we got too many clues all at once when we were playing this last time. Well, yeah, I was a bit lost too, especially when I first came back in. We got so many clues that I didn't know what to process first. Crap, what did I say? I said blue. Blue first. Was it blue, yellow, orange, red? Orange. And then red. We're going to shine this and replicate that color. Oh, I'm some kind of plant genius. We did it. That one had me stumped. I wasn't sure how we were supposed to get the right date. It was actually to do with the moths. That's very, that's not what you'd expect for this one. Seeing the nightfall bloom is a rare event. The flower only blooms with September sunsets. Night pollinators active in September, such as the garden tiger, often get trapped once the bud closes for the rest of the year. That is unlucky. That is very unlucky. Fantastic. Look at us go. So, I was going to say, I don't have any keys, but we have to go to the gatehouse because we have a delivery. I love the music that plays when you get a delivery. Like, it's so wholesome. Like, oh, I have a delivery! And I go running out into the front garden in my bare feet. Dead set, I could live in this manor. You could have a stroll through your own garden and it would take you like the whole day. It would be magnificent. So what do we have? I apologize for taking the key to the formal garden home with me. Silly. Silly Jimmy. So now I have a formal garden key. Alright then. A formal garden. How can a garden be formal though? I don't even know where the formal garden is. I have no idea. I don't think it's here because that's where we sort of start from. So, there must have been a gate or something. We did not have the all-access pass for it. Doot, doot. What's over to the left? That's the orchard. Let's just have a little look through the orchard and see if this leads to the formal garden. I don't think so, though. No, because that's where we did all of that apple cider stuff. I don't think there was a formal garden there. So maybe it was the other side. Let's have a little look. Doot, doot. I reckon this could be the formal garden. It looks formal. Oh, it's locked from the other side. You joking? What's this then over here? This looks formal. Oh, it's nothing. Well, it has to be outside. It's a garden. If that's locked from the other side, then maybe the garden, the formal garden, you access it from the back of the house instead. It's funny because usually when I get a key for something, I remember the door that I was trying to get through. So it must have been a while ago. We'll go out the back. Let's see what's out here. Now, that's the other side of the orchard. That's all done now. Oh, I wonder if it's at the end. I think this might be the formal garden. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's very fancy. Oh, look. There's a little picnic and everything. This place is huge. This house is like a whole town. I've got 3 new plants now. Beautiful. I know, imagine your alarm going off late and you literally have to allow like half an hour just to get off your own property. The illustrated penny paper. It was a message. A farmer reported sightings of mysterious blinking lights coming from caves near his home in Cheddar. I was walking my dog and lost track of time. It became dark and I decided to make the walk back home. On the way to my house is a tiny cave. As I walked by, I noticed a blinking light pattern cast from the cave entrance. I was sure it was Morse code. When I approached the cave, the light source vanished, and nobody was there. I'm convinced that what I saw was the Morse code abbreviation for attention. I'll never forget it. Okay, so you have to bear that in mind. Morse code, flashing lights. Wow, this is very fancy, isn't it? Here's some seeds. The spring dance shrub. This flowering bush used to grow in the gardens, but have completely disappeared when I was off on my travels. Okay. There's a little area for painting over there. What a delightful time. They say money can't buy happiness. I'm not going to plant anything yet because I don't actually know enough. But that's where the planting station is for when we want to have a muck around with that. Mr. Bennett, the telegraph you ordered arrived while you were at the farmer's market. They delivered it by boat. I left it at the boathouse since I didn't know where you'd like to keep it. There appears to be a Morse code manual inside the case. So the Morse code information is in the boathouse. Imagine having a boathouse. Then we have something here. It's talking about abbreviations and transmissions and things. So select your scenario. If there's no sensitive information, an open method can be used. And if that's the case, you want to look at plate 2. If it's closed communication, you want to look at a different section. Okay, let's just chill with that one because we don't know how much of that's going to be relevant. My sweet Hazel, are you keeping well today? Jimmy's only gone and broken the lawnmower again. Bloody Jimmy. If it weren't for my war injury, I wouldn't be letting him loose with the mower. He said he ran over some hard object down in the long grass near the pond. I had a brief look and couldn't see anything. Sometimes I wonder about that boy's sensibilities. Save me some of your lovely scones. Yours always, Mr. Bennett. So there's something in the grass down near the pond. I wonder if it's my seed bag. We have all these little bottles here. We're going to have to grow something. Bloody Jimmy. Poor Jimmy. I feel like Jimmy always gets a bad rap in any game. Tips for growing hydrangeas. It's talking about the pH level and the colours. We have 2 different pots here. One terracotta and one granite. That's interesting. That makes me wonder if there's going to be one seed that we have to use an unusual pot for rather than the standard pot that we would usually go with. We're going to have a little look down the bottom and see what's going on down here. I know. I mean, Jimmy, the Jimmy that springs to mind is my checkout assistant in Supermarket Simulator. Yeah, he's bloody hopeless. We've all seen it. Something hard in the grass near the pond. What's this here? We've got a little painting. That's a little bit delightful. What a lovely little painting spot that is. How lovely. Positively delightful. Can I go around the other side of the pond, or is that a no-go? Interesting. Nothing's standing out right now. Oh, there's the lawnmower. Okay, so what's this then? It's a handle. Someone left a handle laying around on the lawn. Bloody litter bugs. What do we need to put the handle on? A spiritualism book. My dearest cousin, while I hold a deep fascination for the pursuit of knowledge and science, I must admit that the subject of spiritualism is not one that particularly captivates me. Therefore, I must return this book to you. However, I appreciate your efforts in sharing your interest with me. Oh. The Will-O-Wisp. An eerie apparition. Makes its appearance to lost travelers in dark, isolated places, like caves, I imagine. Okay, that's interesting. Now what are we supposed to do with this handle? It's got a weird little nubbly bit on the bottom. I wonder if there's like a little, gate latch or something. Can we get in the boathouse, or do we need a key? We need a key. So what's missing a handle then? That's very, very strange. Like Bob's face. Yes, absolutely. It's the Dark Souls of gardening games. Things get very out of hand very quickly. Oh, dead set. I'm actually really pleased to not be playing a Souls-like now. Lies of P did my head in tonight. Stuck on a boss at the moment. It's doing my nut in. But how are you? Welcome in. Let's see what's up here on this little ledge. We have another bag of seeds. The Fool's Emerald. A friend gifted me these seeds, so I don't know too much about them yet. The entire thing was that one boss. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. The game is all about the 2-phase bosses at the moment, and I'm having trouble with the 2nd phase. And it's just driving me nuts. Did you have a good weekend? Bioluminescence. It's talking about plants and organisms that can produce their own lights. They're often found in areas of low light, such as dark forests, deep oceans, and gloomy caves. So it's talking about caves a lot. Caves and glowing lights and such. So that's going to be to do with one of the plants that we've got. Oh, you had a crap weekend. Is that what you're saying? I'm sorry you had a crap weekend. Chemical compounds in wildflowers. We don't know what that means yet, but we will. We will. I have no idea what this handle is for. I'm walking around with it like I've got all this purpose. No idea. Not a bloody clue. I wonder if I should put it down. I'm finding it kind of distracting that I'm holding it this whole time. Let's put it down for a minute until we know what we're doing with it. Okay, so we've had a look at this top section. We've had a good look around this formal garden. Looks very ominous in there with all those candles. What's the deal with that? Oh, look! Ah! That's where it goes. That's where you put the knob. Hey! That would be very easy to miss. I know, I don't even have to worry about forgetting where I put it down now. Oh! So now we're going to fill it with water. Oh. Okay. Can we walk on it now? Oh my god. Frogger, find a way to cross the pond. Oh, that was fun. There's no way that would work like that in real life, but that was fun. So this is our makeshift cave. Oh, I love it. How creepy. How wonderfully creepy. Well, that's what we're going to do then. We're going to start with that weird little plant that grows in the cave. Yeah, they come up out of the water. You have to find a knob and you have to find the right slot for it. And then they come up out of the water and they sit there just like concrete. And you can definitely walk across them without falling in. It's absolutely fine. Now, what's the one that grows in the cave? Do you reckon it could be a fool's emerald? Light as a feather. Light as a feather, stiff as a board. Oh, an oscillate. How do we know which one's which? Fool's emerald. Now, when we were reading about those, the cave... Well, they're saying that. I've only found one packet of seeds, or have I found 2 packets of seeds? What's this one? Fool's emerald and a spring dance shrub. Don't you reckon a fool's emerald is the kind of thing that you'd find in a cave? It has to be, because the spring dance shrub used to grow in the garden, so it can't be. Alright, we're going to do a fool's emerald. And let's just grab that and pop it in the cave. We're going to just go dancing over these little lily pads. Okay, now we need to add some clues to this so that we can figure out what we need to do. So there's bioluminescence on the side terrace. Bioluminescence. I feel like maybe we've got enough to work this out with what we've found so far. Okay, so that's the... Oh! The Morse code thing is in the boathouse, though. So we're going to need a key for the boathouse before we can do anything else anyway. Surely. This is talking about communication. What the hell is this for, then? What plant goes here? There's all this wood ash and manure and all this kind of stuff. Oh, hang on. There's 5 different pots. Look. Garden pots. Sandstone, marble, obsidian, granite, terracotta. Oh, right. Okay. Then it's talking about hydrangeas. Oh, I don't know now. I don't know. Yeah, we went and found the lever. That's absolutely fine. Did we go up here? Oh, we didn't, did we? We haven't looked up here. What's this? I have a bird feeder. Oh, so we can take that and put it somewhere. Or maybe put other seeds in it. For some reason. I just don't know why yet. Oh, we can move it over to that one as well. That's interesting. And that one too. Oh, and I think this is the fence that you can open from the other side now. Ah. Little shortcut. That is very Souls-like. So there's all these bird feeder sticks everywhere. It looks like you can move stuff around there. We've got the spring dance shrub. It's talking about the right pH levels to use there. So that's going to be relevant. And then we've got the soil pH. That's where all those different pots are coming into it. And all those, like, things, those bottles that we found as well. Right, okay. And that's for the spring dance shrub. Okay. So that one's going to get... I know where that's going to get grown then. So what if we were to grab a pot and put the spring dance shrub seed in it? Because we didn't know that before. Whoops. Now the spring dance one is this one. Bit of water. And this one... Oh, it's already turned into a little flower. This one goes over here. This is the one that used to grow in the garden, according to the notes. So, we have to decide which one of these things we have to add based on the pH level required. And then over here it's talking about growing hydrangeas. Is it a hydrangea? The colours can vary between red, purple and blue. They contain anthocyanin, which is a pigment that can change colour depending on the pH level of its environment. Can vary between red, purple and blue. And then we have all of the pots here as well. So that note then had all the pH colours on it. And then it's talking about, right, okay. So they said it can go between red, purple and blue. So there's 3 different options to meet those colours. But how do we know which one we're going to want? Or does it not matter? Or do we assume that it's this one? That red one. You know, that's been cut off and put there? Is it red? Or is it more pink? I feel like maybe it's more pink. Okay, let's keep looking in case we find something else that makes sense. This is a very nice, it's a very, like, you would spend your whole life in this garden. Dear Miss Green, I've recently heard of your involvement in the mentoring of aspiring botanists. Botany is a field that demands a thorough understanding of its complexities, and while I admire your dedication, the saying, the blind leading the blind, does come to mind. How very dare. All jests aside, I do hope your endeavours in mentoring will yield some semblance of progress. She receives a lot of letters from people with arsehole opinions. I've definitely noticed that. Dear Mr. Bennett, thank you so much for the lovely bunch of rhubarb from your nephew's garden. He needn't have sent anything in return for the herbal poultice I gave him for his little one, but I'm grateful all the same. I know he hasn't the money to fetch the doctor. Since you said he cannot read a note, please send him my thanks when you see him. Oh, it's all very old-timey. Oh, hello, Fiddy. You're all over the internet. What's going on? What's been happening in the 3.6 seconds since I saw you last? I think you would like this game, by the way, Fit. This would be right up your alley. It's on Game Pass. It's called Botany Manor, and it's bloody delightful, it is. So this is the bird feeding thing. That's where all that's going to come into play. There's some mixed seeds and stuff. We just don't really know all of the information yet. That does a little loop around, so we've already looked up there. So you're slowly unlocking this manor that you live in and the gardens that surround it. And you find these seeds, and then you need to find clues hidden amongst everything to figure out how to make all of these mysterious seeds grow into the plants that they are meant to become. And it's actually really satisfying when you work it out. Then we have all of these different birds up here, attracting birds with colour. And we have a boathouse key. That's exactly what we needed. Good. Good, good, good. I'm glad we came down here because it felt like we still needed something else. So the boathouse is up here, and we saw it close to where... Hang on. We saw it close to where we were letting the water in the pond, I think. Crap, I've just gone through the wrong gate. I'm getting lost on my own estate. It's too big and fancy. So the boathouse was over here, wasn't it? We went down the bottom, and it was near the pond. Near the lovely little painting area. So there's supposed to be some information about Morse code in here, which will be to do with the cave plants that we don't know much about yet. Ooh. Fancy. I want to live here so badly. Imagine if this was your day. Like, it's just so tranquil. Oh, man. Yeah, that's the life. Your own little boathouse, your own little wharf. So here we go. We have another little potting station. So I think we're supposed to find some seeds around here. Inspect the telegraph. But can I open the thing? Or do we need to find a lock for this as well? The telegraph is inside. Oh no. How are we going to get inside of it? I can't remember if it said anything about it in the letter that we read. What's this? Can we go in here? Ooh, good. We can go in there. And we've also got a half-eaten sandwich. Looks like a jam sandwich. You know, I don't think I've ever just eaten a jam sandwich. I don't think I've ever retreated to the garden for a cheeky little jam sandwich. Like, it's quite basic, isn't it? It's like a kid's lunch. I know, groundskeeper. I reckon you could have, like, 5 full-time groundskeepers. How weeds spread. So, it's talking about wood avens and goosegrass, dandelions, lords and ladies, ocelots. So this is talking about birds and stuff like this. So this one's going to come... That's going to be relevant to all the bird bits and pieces that we have found. What are we playing here? We're playing a board game. We have some critter cards. So we have hedgehogs and grey squirrels, rabbits. That's all going to be relevant for something. Collect 3 tokens, woodland card. Foraging critters, game rules. Shuffle the food cards. Place the food tokens. Place the animals on the start tile. Okay, that doesn't have any relevance right now, but it will. It will. Bought of William Foley to Lady Arabella Green. Some desks and notebooks and chalkboard. It looks like we were going to open a little school. We got all of that for only £4. £4. Would have been probably quite a lot back then. We have some new seeds. So this is the ocelot. Now I think those are all of our seeds for chapter 5 now. Ocelot, Fool's Emerald, and the Spring Dance Shrub. We have some music. Ah, and this is where one of the pots is going to be grown. So we're going to have to play it some music. And then whichever is the right one will make the seed grow by the looks of it. Animal husbandry and rehabilitation. It's talking about animal heartbeat rates for all these different animals when they're awake and when they're asleep. Wow. Okay, okay. Very good. I think we're going to grab that whole box that's got the telegram in it. I wasn't expecting it to be in a locked box. While we're here, let's get that seed ready because I think this is going to be for the ocelots. Yeah, this is where the ocelot's going to go, so we'll do it while we're here. Oh, give it a little wiggle. That's the way. We're going to pop that down in front of this. We don't know how to actually make it grow yet, but it's ready. So we have our 3 seeds. Can we open that too? Is that how I came in? No, this is another way we can go. Oh my god. We have our 3 seeds and we know where the pots go. So we've learned something there. Where are we now? Oh, that's the door that goes the other way. Oh, right. So we're actually unlocking some doors that we couldn't get through before. It's like a little shortcut. Not that I've had to really use a shortcut yet. So I'm going to grab this telegram box and we're going to take it up to where that note talks about having a telegram. Yeah. Oh my god. How chill is this game? Love games like this though. It's a nice change of pace. Now, we saw the note up near the top here. Seems to me like we might need to do something to get this box open. I don't know. So can I just pop it down on a tabletop? Let's put it here for a second. Is it going to let me put it there? Or is it too big? I can still read the notes anyway, can't I? There's a little note over here. Let me read the note. Why can't I do two things at once? Put it over on this table. There. Then we'll read it. Oh yeah, it was so relaxing. I really, really loved getting owned in Phase 2. Over and over again. It was so chill. That's one of the more punishing boss fights that I probably recall ever in my gaming history. Oh, this is very chill. I've really enjoyed this. This is my third stream of this one. Mr. Bennett, the telegraph you ordered arrived while you were at the farmer's market. They delivered it by boat. I left it at the boathouse. I didn't know where you'd like to keep it. There's a Morse code manual inside the case. How did you get inside the bloody case, though? Oh. Right. Yeah, fair enough, then. International Morse code. Beep, beep, boop, boop, beep. So we have all these different beeps and boops for the different letters. Right. Then we have... bloop. Bloop. We have a bloop and a bloop. So we can make these lights do what we need it to do. So I think this whole case needs to go in the cave. So. Does it? Yeah, I think it does, probably. So we're going to take this and put it in the cave. We're trying to replicate something here, I think. There's a nice spot on this table for this to go. So, we need to figure out what kind of code to put through the machine based on the clues that we have found so far. We read this when we got here. It was a message. And they said on their way home, they saw a tiny cave and there was a blinking light pattern coming out of the entrance. And they said, I'm sure it was the abbreviation for attention. I will never forget that one abbreviation. It was the first message I learned in Morse code. So, attention. Let's have a little look at what it says about that over on this little notepad. Attention. So, it says, if it's open communication, you can use plate 2, which surely is fine. SOS is KA. So do you think we just put like attention in? It says closed communication methods rely more upon technology and ingenuity. I don't think that's actually going to be relevant to this right now. It does say that the 19th century was relying on Morse code. Anyway, let's try KA on our little box because it shows you what all of the letters do on there. I don't know why we're just saying attention, but anyway. KA, we want dash dot dash dot dash. Can we remember that? Dash dot dash dot dash. Yeah. Oh, I love that. Ooh. Oh, that's a little bit fancy. How delightful. Oh, look, it's growing across the roof of the cave. Oh, I want one. Oh, it's snowing for some reason. All right. We have the Fool's Emeralds. Lovely. Hey, we nailed it. It's a vine that contains luciferin, which allows it to create lights. They grow in caves, where they use the light to communicate with each other, very much like Morse code. Fantastic. Oh, that's pretty. Lovely. It looks like a nice little zone just to get away from it all, doesn't it? And have a door on it so nobody knows that you're there. Oof. Lovely. Very good. So, that leaves us with this. What's the time? Okay, good. I could really lose track of time here. The white... Oh! It's a white spring dance... Wait. A white spring dance shrub. Now, can we make it change colour? Or do we need to sort of I'll get some ready. I'll get some potted for you, Fit. I'll let you know when they're ready. Prepare the cave. Prepare the secret cave with the secret door. I sell those as well. If you need one of those to go with. Now, it's saying, here we go. So we know that it's white. Normally when you put a seed in, it doesn't really show you the flower straight away. So it means that the pH to grow a white one is 7. So it means that it needs to go in a granite pot, and we need to put seaweed into the soil, or a seaweed mixture. This is the first time where we've had to use a different pot. But I've already potted it in this other one, so what happens now then? Can you repot? That's the first time that's happened. I guess we can go and plant another one. Hello, Julia. How has your day been? I really love this. There's something so enjoyable about this game. And, it kind of makes me feel like gardening, like getting more of a green thumb in real life. Which, actually, I am going to do. I'm going to get good at gardening. Alright, a spring dance shrub. So we're gonna grow one in a granite pot. Oh, look, it's grown a little bit more. We're getting there. Hello, elf. What's going on? We're figuring it out. Now this goes here, and we add a dash of seaweed. Oh, there we go. Well, what do we? Oh, no, that's right, but it needs something else. I think. What else does it need? Oh. That's definitely... Oh, okay. Well... I don't know. You've had a heck of an afternoon. Oh, I hope everything's okay. Honestly, I feel like everyone that I've seen today is like feeling really like, I don't know, kind of stressed, frantic, overwhelmed, some mixture of all of those things. Something in the air at the moment. God damn it, why didn't that grow? I got the hiccups. I'm that annoyed that I've got the hiccups. Let's read that note again. Let's read that little note and see what's going on. So, this is my soil pH research. Now, to achieve a pH of 7, you had to use a granite pot and add seaweed to it. Jake was just chilling. Jake was chilling. She said to Jake earlier that if you weren't chatting, I would have had to have checked YouTube to make sure I'm live. And Dead set, because the other night I was sitting here talking to myself and I realized I wasn't live. It was in this weird preview mode. That was fun. Maybe we're supposed to make it go a color. Do you think? No, wait. Hang on. The spring dance shrub. Oh. What clues have we seen to do with this? I know I was chatting away and I was like, oh, it's really quiet. But, you know, sometimes it can be quiet, these kinds of streams, especially when you're going onto other platforms. People don't necessarily follow you and watch you on other ones, even if they've just been in Twitch. I was chit-chatting away and I was like, God, it's really fucking quiet. Let's check and make sure I'm actually live. No. No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't. Alright, so we have some pigment research in the garden path. That's where I am now, right? Soil pH as well. Then we had, Well, I don't think that I can, You keep forgetting them, how very dare. No, it's fine. I know, I don't ping for these ones. Maybe I should? I'm very mindful with Discord. I don't want to be that streamer that's constantly pinging everyone all the time. So I don't really ping very often. Because I think if you ping too much, if you over ping, people stop paying attention anyway. But maybe I should. Okay. Don't know what point I was going to make there. Do you think maybe I should be going... Could I try and make it a colour? What if I was to try and make a purple one? What if you put it in early away? Oh, God, I can't even talk right now, my brain. But I've already used a granite pot. Okay, I'll get pingy. I'll do it. I'll do it. Can you remove something out of a pot once you've done it? I don't think so. What's the missing piece then? I think I've done it right so far because I can't play with any of these bottles anymore. What if I put this here? Oh, I can now though. Oh no. Are there more pots? Or do I have to use a basic pot? Usually we only use the basic pots. Do you think maybe I'm supposed to make it work in a terracotta pot? Maybe that's the trick. So if I added sea... It makes it go blue! Oh! So, do we want it to be purple? Does it matter? It says they're usually purple or some other colour or some other colour. Or do you think we're supposed to try and make it this pink because that's in the vase there? You know, that nice pink? Do it at like 7 to 12. So if you were to go like pink, 7 to 12. I used a terracotta pot. And it's gone blue. So that means that it's currently at a pH of 0 to 3. Which makes sense because I added seaweed to it. Right, I'm getting it now. Oh my god, bloody Urk's here as well. What's even going on? What are you doing here at this time, Urk? What's going on? Also, hi. Right, well, what if we want to make a purple one then? So purple is a pH of 5 to 7. And it's already 2.4. What if I add some guano to it? Just add a bit of guano, innit? Oh, it's 9 AM. Oh, is it? I'm all thrown off. Yeah, because it's quite late. Yeah, I'm not usually on Twitch at this time still. Oh, what's going on? How is everything? How's your dad going, by the way? Oh, I can't add any guano. Oh, you have to do it in one go. Right, we're learning. We're learning. So I think we need to choose... We're going to try and make it purple. I think we're getting somewhere here. So we're going to grab a new pot. Well, I assume it's purple anyway. How do you know? Like, is anything actually telling us what it needs to be? Or no? Maybe that's the clue on the leaflet. Because that's a purple flower. Lots of back and forth, but overall healing. Oh, that's good though. It sucks that he's had to go through that, but at least it's going in the right direction. At this point, we're going to pop a little seed in, and we're going to try and make it purple. This one's been a little bit of an open-ended style one. We haven't done anything like this before. So if we have it in a terracotta pot and we want it to be purple, which I assume we're aiming for here, then we would like a pH of 5 to 7, which we can achieve with wood ash. So we're going to put some wood ash in there and see if that works. Oh, nerve pain. Oh, that's not a good time at all. That's an awful type of pain. Pop a bit of wood ash in it? So now it's purple. Is that good? We know how to make all the different colours, but how do you know what colour they want? So we know how to do it. We've got white, blue, purple, but nothing's actually saying what it's meant to be. And I don't know why this hydrangea thing is here as well. It just says can vary between red, purple and blue. Surely there should be like some guidance to what they want us to actually grow. What else did we read about this spring dance shrub? Was there something over here on the... Nope, there's nothing there. What was down here then? There was a... Oh! There was a little painting area I wonder if that's relevant in some way. Because they said they used to grow in bushes in the garden. Do you think maybe she painted it in here at some point? Doesn't really look like it though, does it? This is an unfinished painting. This is Botany Manor. It's a new addition to Xbox Game Pass. It's a bloody delight. It's like a little walking puzzle sim. You live in this beautiful manor and the surrounding gardens, and you need to find these mysterious seeds. Find clues on how to grow them. Oh, this is gardening and puzzles. Gardening and puzzles. It's very chill. And my current predicament is, do you reckon we're supposed to make these purple things? I think that's the one. I mentioned that earlier because on that table, there's a vase full of flowers. Gardening and pizza would also be fine, but we have to settle for gardening and puzzles at this point. Let's try and get pink. I think maybe we need to replicate the pink that's on the flowers in the vase. I think we're just reading between the lines here. 7 to 12 in a terracotta pot. We want coffee. Coffee. Alright, let's try this. Let's grab another terracotta pot. I've got all these extra ones now. I'll save them for you. Everybody can have a different one each, a different colour each. Because I've made too many now. 7 to 12, add a wee bit of coffee, and we should be golden. I mean, well, we're going to get it by the process of elimination at this point soon anyway. I've made that many of them. Coffee. Ah. That's not very pink. God damn it. That looks just as purple as the other one. Oh, it's kind of... Do you think it's meant to be a red one? This is insane. How are you supposed to know? I've made all the colours of the rainbow here. Maybe it's meant to be red. 12 to 14. Yeah, go on then. We'll do 12 to 14 in a terracotta pot. We can't even. Yes, we can. What if you mix them together? Is that allowed? No, I don't think so. Or is it? Or is it? Oh, no. Maybe we are supposed to, maybe I can grow it in a different pot. Well, yeah, I was going to make them all. Maybe it doesn't have to be in a terracotta pot. This is very strange. Alright, we'll do a red one. So 12 to 14, I said, didn't I? So, what if we get a sandstone pot and add some seaweed? Sandstone and seaweed makes red. Whoops. Sandstone should be that weird wavy looking one. Nope, it's this one. Sandstone. I don't think so. It won't let me add multiple additions. That's what makes me think, well, it's to do with the pots and all this other faffery. Okay. So we have a sandstone pot. If I could do some splicing, then I would. And then we need to add some... crap, what did I say? Seaweed, right? Did I say seaweed? Ah. Why have I got so many of them, all in different colours? What am I supposed to be doing? You can't put multiple ones together. What? I've made all the colours now. Where's my little clue book? What have I not used here? Military codes, pot catalogue, Morse code, plant chemicals on the side terrace. Where the hell was the side terrace now? Hello, Jav. What's going on? What's the latest? My garden is looking nice today. Thank you, Jav. Although, to be fair, my garden really is looking nice today. Look how much work I've put into this thing. It's amazing. Now, where's the bloody side terrace? Do you think it's up the top here? What's up here? Oh, we may have missed something important. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Have we? There's all these different chemicals and stuff going on. Oh, no worries. Have a lovely sleep, Julia. I hope tomorrow's a good day. I'm only joking, Jav. I'm yanking your chain. Yanking your chain, innit? Okay, so we've got some... This is talking about the glowing effect of the plants. I think we've already used this without meaning to, because I think I just got good and worked it out by myself. But it is saying that, yeah, I don't think we need this anymore. God damn it. What's this say then? Oh, a little greeting card. I was delighted after our recent mentoring session. You do excellent work as a fellow scholar of the natural world. I recall the spring dance shrub that once grew in your garden before you departed on your travels. How wonderful it would be to see it growing again. I've been compiling plant specimens that require pollination. I wonder if the spring dance shrub is one of these plants. I was hoping that was going to be more. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll unyank them at end of stream. Okay. Oh, that didn't help me at all. I'm already mucking around with it. Oh, maybe that's where I picked up the seed packet, you know. That might be where the seed packet was. So how am I supposed to know what bloody colour to do? It doesn't make any sense right now. At the moment, I'm only on YouTube. So when I do these YouTube verticals, I'm not multi-streaming. I'm just here. I'm just here. And when I do these verticals on TikTok, I'm just on TikTok. It's only the landscape ones that go out on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Do you think maybe I should have a crack at making violet? What's the bet that this is the last color that I needed? So I'm gonna do it last. So violet, 3 to 5. 3 to 5. There's all multiple options, though, which I find strange as well. Anyway, let's just get a terracotta pot and put it in the peat. Terracotta and peat. That's what we're going to do. I've got all these extra plants now. I don't even know what color it wants me to make. It's a wild time. Alright, how many seeds of these have I actually got? I'm going to put some peat in this, and this should make like a violet flower. So our base level flower is always white, and then we change the pH of the soil to get the colour. It's blue. What is happening? Why is this happening? I'm very upset. I need to give away all of these. Guess what you're all getting for Christmas for the next 5 years? A bloody spring dance shrub. That's what you're getting. How do you know what to do? And what's the point of all these different pots as well? No, I was going to say, do you think you need to put a different one in every pot? But no, because there's only ever one. There's only ever one pot. What do you mean, no thank you? How dare you reject my spring dance shrub? Audacity. Well, I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what colour I'm supposed to make. I really don't. It's just showing what I can make, but how do I know what I want? And if there's multiple options with all these different pots, does it have to be in a terracotta pot for it to count? I feel like yes. I don't know. I'm very, very confused by this. Is anybody else talking about spring dance shrubs anywhere? Or can we maybe try and have a bit of a look at this other one that we've got? Sometimes if you get a bit stuck, I find that doing the next plant kind of helps out. Now, that's fine. I don't really know why that note is there. I've got lots of simulator games. Many, many simulator games. I've got ones that are sitting in my library that I haven't even opened yet. So this particular plant, let's have a little go at this one. This one is to do with birds. So this one is going to be the Wait, no. Because aren't there still 2 areas where we can put plants? There are. But I've only got 3 packets of seeds. So do we assume that this is the one that's to do with the birds? Oh, it seems like we still have another plant, but I haven't found the seeds for it yet. Oh, well... Fine. So here we have another little bird feeder with some mixed seeds in it. But I don't really know how that all comes together either now. But no, I really enjoy a simulator game. I don't know what it is about it. I think it's... I like to have them sprinkled in amongst other games that I have on. So it's a nice mixture. If I'm playing a really sweaty Souls game, which I usually am, I usually have one of those going at any given time. I like the lightness and the freedom of a simulator just to balance it out a little bit for me and for everyone else. I mean, it depends what kind of viewer you are. Some people love watching Souls. Some people love watching simulators. And when you're doing variety streaming, it's kind of hard because you can end up with like a group of people that split down the middle a little bit. That's the spiritualism book. We've already looked at this. Now this is the boathouse. My life must be just parties and travel and fun. So I enjoy mundane games like this. This isn't mundane. I like puzzle games. I find them satisfying. And I like the... I don't know. They give you like a little bit of mental peace. I feel like they take your mind off things if you're feeling a bit stressed about stuff because, you know, you're so focused on the puzzles in the game. Okay, so this is this whole room is about... Oh, so I've put the oscillate here. I've assumed that the oscillate goes here. But I don't know if I should have made that assumption, actually. Thinking about that now. Got way better motion than Supermarket, though. Yeah, Supermarket Simulator, I tend to not sprint in that game. Because it worries me that it's going to make people feel motion sick watching it. Whereas this one, it's not too bad because you're always moving forwards. At Supermarket Sim, you're moving from side to side quite a lot. So we can play whatever music we choose here. That's old-timey. I was jitterbugging that very night. That's very old-timey. So I don't even know if that's the right seed. Do you know, I really hope that they keep developing Supermarket Sim, you know, because they seem to have stopped with all of the updates. I think... This book is talking about garden weeds. Yeah, this is in the new Rocket League. It's an anthem that you can have when you get a goal. It's like... Like it really goes off. A final, more mysterious example is the seed of the ocelot is picked up by critters who take it back to their nest. So the ocelot is actually the bird plant. So it doesn't belong here. It belongs in the birdhouse. Right. Well, we did get something right. I think. So... Crap, have I gone the right way? This manor is way too big. Way too big. I'm getting lost in my own house. Alright, so we're going to pop this up in the little bird area. And then we can focus on the bird clues to get this growing. I think we're going to end up unlocking maybe like a final plant. And that's the one that's going to go in front of the speaker. And that will probably be the end of the game. That's my guess. So once you go up here, it's all about bird feeders and such. And we have this cozy little part of the garden where it looks like a lovely little spot to have a cup of coffee and grow a lovely plant. So we now have a little attracting birds with colour. They have a preference to pollinate flowers of certain colours, so we can figure out what colour of flower attracts which birds. So we know that. Then we've got these bird feeders with different seeds in them as well. So I think we're supposed to place these near the kinds of birds that we want to attract. Because these little, like, feeder things are all over the garden. But have we learned anything else about birds? Definitely not that one. What have we learned about the oscillator, whatever it is? What is it called? An ocelette. The ocelette. We know that birds can fly. Tick. We do know that. Let's have a little practice with this. There's a little bird feeder here. So there's a bird there, right? Just chilling. It's all very musical and lovely. Now, if I put this bird feeder here, what happens? Oh, look at it! Oh, it's all chuffed. So now it's dropping down and it's having a little feed, but it doesn't like it if I get too close. Are we supposed to slowly lure that bird through the garden by putting the things on the poles? I think we are. Now, we can do that as long as we have two, and we do have two. So here's the other one. We're going to slowly lure this bird to the seed in the pot. I'll probably eat it then and ruin my whole plan. Right. Oh, it's working. Now, it's not eating all of the seed either, which is nice. So we can just keep swapping them over. And I assume if we get too close to the bird, it will ruin the whole thing and we'll have to start again. That's what I think it is. I know, you'd need like a whole team of full-time gardeners for this place at this point. So we're going to go the long way round so we don't frighten the bird. And we're going to keep swapping these little feeders. This one over here. I think there's one next to the, next to here. Noise. Maybe you just need one Urk. You just need one Urk to get your whole garden sorted out. Would you work at this fancy manor for the right pay? So now we're going to put this down here. Lovely. I think this is right. Anyway, I hope that this is going to be right. Although, saying that, surely this will lure the bird at least to the right part of the garden. I guess we'll find out. For $1 million a day, Urk would do it. We're nearly there. So, there's one here, just at the start of the stairs. This kind of explains why there's all these archways and loops. I found that a little bit strange. And I think it is just so that you can not scare the bird, which I nearly did straight away. I nearly ran right up to it. Okay. Lovely. It's just a lovely way to spend the day, isn't it? Just slowly luring a bird so that you can have it, well, I guess, pollinate your plants or whatever it is it's doing. It's grabbing things and dropping it in your pot plant. I'm going to grab this one. Then later we can lure some bees to all the other stuff. Garden cleaning for free. Yeah, there's a woman on TikTok that cleans houses for free. She helps people that have gotten themselves into a bit of a jam. You know, their houses are really out of control. And she cleans them for free so that they can, well, you know, get their life back on track, really. A great risk to her personal health, I might add. These, some of these houses, it's like biohazard stuff, it feels like. Oh, your garden is, fallow. My garden is currently fallow, and that's either because I can't be asked planting anything this season, or I could pretend like I'm just letting the soil get really fancy for next season. But either way, my garden is currently fallow. Just like in Manor Lords. Fallow. Fallow, innit? Can I... Is that going to scare the bird if I go this way? I don't like that this has gotten weird right at the last second like this. Don't run away. Don't run away. I would have been so mad if it ran away at that point. Okay, so now we've got the bird inside this little house thing, right? But how do we get it to go onto the pot? Let's have a look at the poster. It's a, it looks like a bullfinch. No, it is fallow. Excuse me, I played Manor Lords and you let your field go fallow. You do. Is it a bullfinch? Has it got a black head and a red belly and then a white underneath? I think it is. So they like red flowers. Do we need to grab a red flower that I made? Really? But now I can't go there without scaring it away. Oh god, no. Wait! Don't leave! Right, so what if I grab one of these red flowers that I made? Do you think this is all to do with the spring dance shrub, actually? I didn't know how this was all coming together with all the colours. So now I've made a red flower. And we'll put that. Where's my red flower? Right. Yes, I think this is all to do with something else. Then we put this here. What? What do you mean say it without the weird accent? Fallow. Fallow. Fallow, innit? Fallow. Let your field go fallow. Fallow. Alright, we're going to very carefully put this down. I can see what you're saying. Don't scare the bird away. No, it's fine. We've come this far. Ah! Ah! Oh, that's how you do it. Oh my god. I had no idea. Oh, look. It's the spring dance shrub. We needed the bird. Oh, they're so chuffed. Look, because we've grown it everywhere. Oh, we did it. I didn't realize that the birds were linked to it. So now that makes more sense. It means that the oscillating, whatever the hell it's called, that does go in the other place where I had it. That is the last one. That's very stunning. I want to live in this place. Thank you, Julia. Thank you for backing me up on this one. Bloody hell. Alright. Okay, so now we know. So we're going to pop this one over in the boathouse. They just assumed that I was wrong. Can you believe? Of all the assumptions that you could make in this world, you assumed that I was wrong. Unbelievable. Never ever doubt, streamer. Especially when I'm using a strange accent at the time. Never doubt. Okay, put this one here. Lovely. So, this is going to be based on animals and stuff then. So there's food cards and blah-blah-blahs and all of this. Echo all over the world, this says. They're all different colours. That's all we can tell from these. They're all different colours. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Then it's talking about The ocelot is known to be picked up by critters who take it back to their nest. So, who would take it back to their nest? What are the game rules of this thing? Shuffle the food cards. Your delicate American ears couldn't suss out what you were saying. What a load of crap. What a load of crap. Shuffle the food cards and place them stacked down. Food tokens, animals. Choose your animal, roll the dice. If you land on a grey squirrel, it steals all of your food tokens and they must return to the board. A grey squirrel. There's woodland, field, animal, and meadow cards. So how is that relevant to these? Animal heartbeat rates. Beats per minute. For all these different animals when they're awake and asleep. How do you know the beats per minute for each of these things? Does it say? Oh, here we go. Yes, beats per minute here. So we need to know which one is like the right one to simulate an animal heartbeat, it seems like. And it's talking about the oscillate one. So it's talking about weeds spreading. It's known to be picked up by critters who take it back to their nest. So something that has a nest. Well, a lot of things have a nest though. So that doesn't really help us, does it? It says red squirrels live in nests high up in trees. They sometimes forage food back to the nest to keep for later. So a red squirrel... we're going to assume that we want the nighttime heartbeat, I suppose. So a red squirrel is 120. Do we have one that's for 120? We've got 100. And we've got 120. Let's try this Meadows Bliss one. Let's see if this works. It's a squirrel's heartbeat. It makes it grow. Aww. It's pulsating, look. It loves it. Grow the ocelots. We did it. The ocelot seed is picked up by small animals such as the red squirrel, who then store it inside their nests. Once the animal falls asleep, the ocelot depends upon the heartbeat vibrations to break open and bloom. I'm so good at GAM. Go to the gatehouse. Woo! Woo! I have a delivery or something. Something's happening. Oh my goodness. Absolutely smashing it tonight. We've got so many plants figured out in one session here. Let's run to the gatehouse. I'm running in my bare feet. My hair is splaying out in the wind. I'm excited to get my parcel from Amazon. Actually, can we cut through? I think there's a little shortcut up here, isn't there? We open the gate from the other side. Now I should be able to get straight to the front. It'll save a whole lot of dicking around, won't it? Doesn't seem like the kind of lady that cares for dicking around. What have I got? What do we have? Huh? Lady Arabella. I apologize wholeheartedly for accidentally taking the key to the formal garden. We read that last time. What else is going on? What else is cracking? I read that last time. Oh, there's something in the box. Forgotten Flora. I'm sending my book to the publishing house in Bedford Square, London. I've been writing a book about garden things. And I'm going to post it. Oh, the book that we have been filling in, our clue book, we're posting it off to be published. Oh no, I wish I filled in all the clues now. There's going to be some pages that are half empty. I didn't bother putting the clues in because I knew what it was. Oh, it's fine. We did it. Yeah, we finished. I loved that. That was so good. Oh, I left so many of them blank. I couldn't be bothered. It didn't matter. I was like, no, I don't need to do that. Oh. You asked for a refund on that walkthrough. How very dare. Hello, Penny. How was your trip? I assume you're back now. Maybe you're not back now, actually. But I hope you had a wonderful time. I hope I haven't just ruined that lady's literary career there with all of these blank pages. I loved that. That was so good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So you would recommend then? You would recommend. It's on my radar as a country that I would like to visit. So, yeah, I'm going to have to get onto that. But I'm glad you had a good time. I hope you're settling back in all right. It's a little bit rough coming back from a holiday, especially when you've been overseas. I didn't need a walkthrough. No walkthrough. I didn't have to look up any clues whatsoever for this game. I'm very proud of myself. That was so good. That is on Game Pass at the moment. Botany Manor. It's only just been added, so... 1 year later, book is rejected. No clues in it. No clues in it. Oh, I have a ceremonial key from the Green School of Botany. I got a certificate from the Women's Education Union. Wow. Oh, what's with all the boxes? Oh, one of those birds is inside. I've opened a school in my library. It's my herbarium. I'm teaching people from home. Forgotten Flora, Lesson 1, Air Purifying Flowers, the Windmill Wart. This is all of my students. And we've got, my dear Flora, I'm terribly sorry your herbarium didn't get picked up for publishing. Oh, it didn't. It didn't get published. There was no clues in it. Though I'm most excited about your new plans to turn Botany Manor into a botanical academy. I look forward to revisiting this school and meeting the talented students you've taken under your wing. Let's hope they carry on our fights. Lots of love, Elizabeth. Oh no, inspect the book. Oh, I got rejected. Okay, so then we've got these are all the books that are on the table. We can't go up the stairs. Can we go outside? Why is it locked? Why am I locked in? Can I take that key? Is it a real key? It's a ceremonial key. Alright. Well, what else can we do in here then? There's a book. Oh, there's an apple. There's an apple. A teacher's apple. It's only for me, that apple. And I have a bell as well. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. What else do we need to make happen? Why is it showing me where everybody's sitting? That's strange, isn't it? Am I supposed to do something? Should I eat the apple? I can't eat it. What's it for then? Can I ring me bell? Ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding. I have a little windmill wart there to use as demonstration. Can I go upstairs? No, because it's blocked. So everyone has a copy of... Oh, wait, what's this? Everyone has a copy of the book, but some people have like a quill. And then we've got some... Well, I don't know what it wants me to do. Something. Eliza, Jessica, Catherine, Ada, Mary, and Thomasina. No, I definitely don't think I have to restart. Like, there's got to be, like, I get what it's telling me. I can see how it's all turned out, which is all lovely. But surely, there's, like, something we're supposed to do to sort of, you know, wrap it all up in a neat little package. Or is this just for me to walk through and be like, yeah, look what we did, everyone. This is it now. Just kind of feels like I should be able to do something. And I'm all locked in for some reason. Do you think maybe I'll put one of these... Do you think I'd take the book? I can't even take the book with me, can I? I can't actually pick it up and put it there. It looks like something is supposed to go on here. Maybe I'm supposed to put something on this. But I don't know what. This one. Ah! And now we can begin! Right. Ah. The end. The end. You gotta walk through for the last bit. It's like, well, how do I get out of the library? Just put the book there. Oh, there we go. We did it. We did it. Oh, where's all my students though? They're all just sitting there and I'm just like, yeah, I'll be with you in a minute, everyone. I have an apple. That's just for me though. That's just for me. And I have this bell. Oh yeah, where's my book? You know, like I think it's not the best start, is it? All right, lovely. That's all come together. It's done. I didn't think we'd finish the whole game tonight, but we have. So there you have it. Thanks for hanging out, folks. Thanks for watching the end of this lovely little game, Botany Manor. I'll be back on the YouTube vertical again on Thursday. So tomorrow night I'll be on Twitch and YouTube at the same time that I normally do at 7 o'clock, and then at about 9 o'clock I'll be on TikTok. But on Thursday I'll be on here. So at the moment I'm playing with a schedule where I do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 7 to 9 multi-stream Twitch, YouTube. And then Monday and Wednesday night from about 9 is TikTok. And Tuesday and Thursday night from 9 is YouTube. So YouTube is very experimental. I'm going to play around with a lot of different games for this one. So I don't know what we're going to be doing on Thursday. I'm going to surprise you. I'm going to surprise you. But thanks everybody for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed GAM. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day or night, wherever you are. And anyone who's just been lurking and not chatting, thanks for hanging out. And don't forget to subscribe to be notified when I go live next. Hopefully I'll catch your faces tomorrow for one of the streams. I've never done a YouTube raid, actually. I'll work it out one day. You can do it, but actually I don't know if you can from a vertical, to be honest. But I've gone overtime anyway. I need to get myself ready for bed, so I won't try it tonight. It was lovely to see you, Eric. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. You can raid people on YouTube, yes, but I don't know if you can do it from these kinds of streams. But you can from a normal stream, if it's your base. So when I'm multi-streaming, my base is Twitch. So yeah, I don't know. It's all very complicated. But it's lovely to see your face. Hopefully we get to catch you again soon. And it's good night from me, everybody. Catch you around the place. Bye, everyone. Bye.